There was a request a while ago. Someone asked me to make a video on altruism and egotism and what I can say about each. Well, a lot of people have to understand things in this world are not independent one of the other. Things are not separate. We can't speak about altruism and egotism as two separate entities. Some people might say they are parts of the same coin. To a certain extent, yes. But in the end, they are kind of the same exact thing. Except the mind simply can't accept two concepts to be the exact same because the mind functions on hot and cold, and such, good and bad, and I like it or I don't like it. That's how the mind and emotions function. So, altruism and egotism. See, the point about altruism is in all situations, altruism is based a lot on egotism. Yes, you heard that right. It is hard to believe, but altruism in the end is based on some levels of egotism. And maybe some people would ask why. Let me explain. See, if you want to do good in the world, doing good in the world is much more difficult than doing bad in the world. Because it's easy to maim, it's easy to kill, it's easy to do certain things, especially if you are ignorant, if you don't have any scruples, if you don't care for this or that, or, if it ends up to killing people, it doesn't matter whether they're your mom, your dad, or whoever else. If everyone is your enemy, it's easy to kill or do whatever. If you want to do good in the world, if you want to become an altruistic person, altruism means you live more for the others than for yourself. You can't be fully an altruist, yes? And you can't also be fully an egotistical being because even as an egotistical person, you will have to live in a collective that will do things. Evildoers always live banded together. They always have to follow codes and morals and the such because evildoers will always need a group, just like the do-gooders, right? Or the good doers, whatever you call them. And when you live in a group, you have to abide by rules and you have to aid the others, right? If you want to be a local menace, well, mostly you can be only egotistical. But you also have to give in your life. So, if you want to be altruistic, you always have to reach a certain level through egotism. Say you want to be a generous person, it's never gonna work. Being a generous person means giving money to others. It's never gonna work. Because first and foremost, where's your money? First and foremost, you must make the money. So, you must work for yourself. A lot of people will call you egotistical, but it's not necessarily so. But when you work for yourself more than for the others, you tend to be a bit more egotistical. In the end, one has to accept things for the way they are, not for what emotions they trigger within you. So when we move even further, well, you have to make the money. Don't give people free money because they're just gonna splurge them on everything. It is better to teach people how to make better use of their money or to make use of their money in productive ways. That is gonna be much better. You can share wisdom, share different ideas of life, or you can make workforces, for example, yes, or work jobs for others, yes. You can improve a certain city's economy, but first you must make noise. First you must prove your worth. But for the first time, you have to actually start working towards creating your worth, right? So all of these things require that you are egotistical in the first place, because by reaching a certain level, can you start actually making noise? If you're a nobody, well, people don't care much about their own family, about their relatives and the such. But maybe they will care for some strangers a bit more. But still, in the end, you have to show some value if you want people to follow you, right? If you want real people to follow you, not just fakesters. So after you go through certain levels of egotism, if you have a certain level of awareness, obviously you will start being a bit more and more altruistic. But to be altruistic, as I said, you must have the resources. Yes, you must always have the resources first in order to donate, in order to help others, in order to create circumstances where, preferably, create these circumstances where people can help themselves and teach them how to do that and teach them how to teach others as well, because teaching others how to teach is the most important, because a lot of people want everyone else to do just like them. But ask them one thing: if up till now you've been a failure, why would you want people to simply follow you in your footsteps, right? Maybe your ways haven't been good till now. There are ways to improve. Because when everything is down, when everything is shit, well, at least everything can be improved, right? Imagine the pain of those who are 90% of, their full potential. Finding out that exactly few pieces that can be improved, that's going to be a lot of work. When you're at your lowest, everything can be improved. All the things can be weeded out and replaced with something better. There's not going to be any loss. So hopefully this video raised a bit of awareness, and well, this being said, take care, enjoy life, and all this being said, Ferenc Board signing out.